From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Throwing to start the drive. Bishop. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Hey, check that. Street.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Here we go.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 48.
McCaffrey running up the middle. goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here we go. Here we
Second
go.
and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Throwing again. Bishop. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. 22 yards there, a first down.
Ready.
Out of the gun again to Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Niner defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
To throw on 3rd down, Bishop. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
19.
Purdy from his own end zone. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 94 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Head to 60, head to 60. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing here, Purdy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Down to the 25. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Shotgun now with Purdy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Are things looking much rosier for them here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Got it. Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Bishop. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Purdy. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
77
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Pollard is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4th down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now, maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half. Purdy eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's Purdy. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Out of the gun, Purdy. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Allen. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Purdy looking to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Purdy from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Moody for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Niners 28, Buccaneers 3. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Homer on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. To throw from his end zone, Bishop. And that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Returnable now for Allen. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 156 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's able to work his way down. Zone to the 19-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. A 38-yard.
And his kick is indeed good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Buccaneers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Bridges. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Bridges. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridges. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So the victory here for San Francisco. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.